Stop for a moment and think. What if I told you there are two cards up my sleeve, capable of completely transforming the future of the Golden State Warriors? Moves so bold they could reshape the NBA landscape for years to come. We're not talking about unfounded rumors, but real situations with an immediate impact on the present and future of the franchise. Before we get into the details that could set the league on fire, you know what to do. Like, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here you'll find the hottest analysis and exclusive information you won't find anywhere else. And trust me, you won't want to miss any part of this story. First news. What does it mean when the team's biggest star directly requests a specific player to return? What if that player isn't just a player, but a symbol, someone who is part of a legendary chapter of this dynasty? Well, that's exactly what's happening in San Francisco. The rumor we're about to explore now could not only change the current rotation, but also redefine the spirit of an era still struggling to stay alive. The Warriors aren't just a team, they reinvented basketball. They transformed three-pointers into an art, turned speed into a weapon, and made history. But no dynasty survives without adapting. In 2022, we saw a nearly unbeatable squad, balancing explosive offense with suffocating defense. At the heart of that defense was Gary Payton II, the son of a legend. He brought energy, intensity, and the feeling that every possession was worth a finals. He didn't shine in scoring, but he did shine in the intangibles, and when the trophy returned to Golden State, there he was, a key player. Now, the big question arises, can Gary Payton II return? According to journalist Brandon "Scoop" Robinson, Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise, has made it clear he wants the defender back. That's no small feat. When Curry asks, the front office listens. And Payton II is a free agent after playing 62 games last season for the Warriors, averaging solid performances, 6.5 points, 3 rebounds, 1.3 assists, nearly 1 steal per game, and an excellent 57.4% shooting percentage. His three-point shooting isn't elite, 32.6%, but his value lies in his defense, intensity, and chemistry with the squad. But nothing is that simple. Why hasn't the team acted yet? The answer has a name: Jonathan Kuminga. The 22-year-old turned down a 2-year, $45 million extension because the second year would be a team option, not his. This generated friction, compounded by the fact that his relationship with Steve Kerr was strained. With no salary cap space and no satisfactory offers from the Suns or Kings, the market cooled. And meanwhile, the Warriors remained stagnant. Their early playoff exit left scars. The team barely survived against the Rockets, and against the Timberwolves, they lost Curry in the first game due to a hamstring injury. Without their leader, they were overwhelmed. The message was clear: they lacked depth, defense, and experience beyond the core. That's why Gary Payton II's name is gaining so much traction. He's not a 20-point scorer, but he changes the defensive pattern, knows Kerr's system, and has the mentality that helped build this dynasty. His return could be the start of a roster rebuild. And it doesn't stop there. According to the Dallas Hoops Journal, after resolving the Kuminga issue, the Warriors are expected to invest heavily in the trade market. Al Horford and DeAnthony Melton are in their sights. Horford would bring experience in the paint, something they lacked against Minnesota. Melton would add defense and versatility. Together, with Payton II, these names could transform a roster that seemed worn out. However, everything depends on the next step. Will Kuminga stay? If so, how will he deal with Kerr after so much tension? The future of the franchise hangs in the balance, and every decision could change the Warriors' course. If he leaves, what would the Warriors get in return? The board doesn't intend to let go of a young talent without fair compensation. It's a dilemma that combines the present, the future, and even the weight of the franchise's legacy. Now, think about it. When Stephen Curry directly requests the return of Gary Payton II, is it simply a matter of strengthening the defense, or is it also an attempt to keep the spirit of that dynasty alive? Could bringing back a veteran who already knows the path to a title be the key to giving the team one last chance at glory? I want to hear your opinion. Would this move make sense? Would Gary Payton II be just another detail or precisely the missing piece for the Warriors to rediscover their identity? Comment below. Second thing, imagine this scene. The lights of Chase Center shining, the fans cheering, and suddenly the announcement echoes through the arena. Stephen Curry takes the court alongside LeBron James. Yes, Curry and LeBron, two of the greatest names in NBA history, wearing the same jersey. Does it seem impossible? Well, this rumor is gaining momentum. It all started with a player already on the roster, Jimmy Butler. In February, the Warriors took a bold step by signing the former Miami Heat player, a six-time All-Star known for his leadership and winning mentality. With him, the team returned to the Western Conference semifinals, demonstrating consistency, but also making it clear that the roster still isn't strong enough to truly compete for the trophy. This is where Blue Man Hoop reporter Peter O'Keefe's analysis comes in. If Golden State wants to realize its long-held dream of bringing in Giannis Antetokounmpo, Butler could be the key to making the trade happen. His hefty contract would help balance the salary cap, before including young prospects and draft picks in the mix. But the story doesn't end there. There's another gigantic star always linked to the Warriors in rumors, LeBron James. At 40 years old, a four-time champion and four-time MVP, LeBron continues to perform at a very high level. In February, for example, he averaged 29.3 points, 10.5 rebounds, and 6.9 assists, shooting 55.5% from the field and an incredible 44.3% from three. These numbers prove he still has some juice left in him. The big question is, will LeBron accept ending his career without another run at the title, or will he seek the perfect situation for one last chance? Just imagine LeBron, Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson together under Steve Kerr. It would be one of the greatest alliances in NBA history and would completely change the league's balance of power. However, for that to happen, Jimmy Butler would have to leave. And herein lies the dilemma. Is it worth giving up a player who just arrived, bringing leadership and a competitive spirit, in exchange for a superstar who might only stay for a season or two? Butler isn't just any player. He has a history of dedication and decisive performances. But for those who dream of making history, risks are inevitable. If LeBron truly lands, even without a guaranteed title, every Warriors game would become a global event. The entire NBA would stop to watch. And if, in addition to him, Giannis also entered the equation, we would be facing the biggest revolution since Kevin Durant's arrival in Golden State. On the other hand, if the trade doesn't happen, the solution will be to keep Butler alongside Curry and build around that core. A safer option, but will it be enough to face powerhouses like the Timberwolves, Nuggets, or even a reinforced Lakers? And now I ask you, would you risk Butler for LeBron, betting on an immediate, albeit short-lived, impact? Or would you keep Butler as a central piece to ensure medium-term competitiveness? I want to hear your opinion in the comments. Stay tuned, because in the next video we'll address another explosive rumor. What are the real chances of Giannis donning blue and gold? So leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this Warriors saga is just beginning, and each chapter promises to be more explosive than the last.